Hello, everyone. In English 3360, first let me say how sorry I am about the difficulties we had last Wednesday. I just sent you an invite for Zoom meetings for tomorrow, Monday, January 24th. Um, and I'm gonna try to cover in this video some of what I was going to explain on Wednesday, because I know there's been some confusion because the Zoom messed up. So I'm very sorry about the mix-up. When I got to the lab, I could not get Zoom to work. When I got home, I could not get Zoom to work. I didn't get it working until today on Sunday. So that's why I'm running late sending you all this stuff. So I've been in locked in Zoom hell, I guess, for a few weeks. But anyway, just to give you kind of a visual of what we're going to be doing as far as when we meet for the next couple of weeks. Sorry about that. That's Maisie. Um, this is a blended class, and I know on the schedule it said Mondays we would meet online, Wednesdays we would meet face to face. I did the online meeting last week because of the virus. Of course, then the Zoom didn't work. So anyway, that was all a mess. So this Monday, we will meet in my Zoom room, and I sent you an email, so you should get the email with the link. If you didn't, just send me an email, and I will send that out to you again. And you can come at either 3:30 or 5:30. I have combined both classes in Blackboard. I'll be doing the same thing. So if it's easier for you to come at one time or the other, then that's fine. I did send 2 invitations, but you don't have to come to both meetings. So just come to one or the other. Now, on next Wednesday, and I know I told a couple of you who did come by class last week that we would do the Zoom meeting on Wednesday, but I decided we'd go ahead and do it on Monday because I didn't want people to have to wait. But I don't think we'll need to meet on Wednesday. I would tell you just use that time to work on the activities. Oh, good Lord. I apologize. Maisie, stop that. So we shouldn't have to meet on Wednesday. Now, if some of you do have more questions and want to meet, you can just let me know that, and I have no problem opening up the Zoom, but I won't be in the classroom, and the main reason I'm doing that is, because of the virus. I am in the old age category, so at least in the short term, while we're seeing things kind of spike a little with the virus, I figured we'd try to err on the side of caution. Okay, then after that, we'll be in our regular schedule. Starting week 3, we will begin doing our regular Monday, Wednesday routines and the writing workshop meetings. And I'm mainly going to talk about the writing workshop meetings in this video for you. So after that, Monday is our online meeting today. I don't teach, when I teach online, I don't do much in terms of synchronous. That means everybody's there all at once. So you can use Mondays to work asynchronously on the assignments that are due for that time period. If you need to meet with me, then I can open up my Zoom room. That's no problem. You could just let me know. But we won't be meeting all together on Monday. Personally, I find that trying to do synchronous kind of defeats a lot of the advantages that come with online learning. So we won't meet all together synchronously. That day will be asynchronous. You work on your own at whatever time to do the online assignments. Okay, then starting week 3 and Wednesdays, that's when you will meet every other week, depending on which writing group you sign up for. And you can as a group, you can decide whether you want to meet face-to-face or online, or you can even have some face-to-face and some online. You'll just have to, kind of work out the logistics of that. So, as much as possible, we want to try to make things work for everyone, but also you have to be responsible, and, sometimes there's some extra coordinating you may have to do, let people know things a little bit ahead of time, but, those are good things for us all to practice. So I think it'll all be a good experience. Okay, now the writing workshop, I wanted to go over some of the details of that. And we always do writing workshop as a big focus of this class, because this class is all about teaching writing in any topic, any subject. It's not just in an English class. You could be teaching math, science, PE, whatever, because we use writing in everything. So the idea is to learn about, how do you yourself write? What are some things you can learn to improve your skills as a writer? And then when you work with others, most of you are probably planning to teach. When you work with your writers, then what are some things you can do that will be useful and beneficial to them? Even if you're going to, say, work in a regular business setting or a professional setting, you may very well work as part of a team where they're doing some writing. So these things hopefully will be beneficial to you in all ways and lots of settings. Okay, so there's two parts to what you will do for the writing workshops. In your group, you're going to have 4 people in your group. So in your group, you're going to respond to the writing that the other people in your group have done. So you would go into Blackboard, you would look at the things that they have posted, and then you will respond to their writing. So think about that. We're responding to writing. We're not editing, we're not revising, we're not critiquing. We are responding to writers, and hopefully as we continue to read and talk about doing that, that'll make more sense. And that's one thing that I will really look for you to improve and do more with as the semester passes. Now, how you do that, the format you use is up to you. If you want to write it down and then, share it with them, you can do that in Blackboard. I find Google is really good. You can actually give feedback right on the document in Google. That's an option. But it really doesn't matter to me. I mean, if you see the person face to face, you want to write it down on a regular piece of paper or type it on paper or type it and print it out, that's fine too. Now, the feedback you give to the other 3 people in your group, whether you do it all in one file or if you do it in 3 files, that doesn't matter to me. Do whatever works best for you. But when you do the feedback, you're going to turn that in. Let me show you over here. So this is weeks 3 and 4. The first required posting is to post your responses for writing workshop. This is where you will post the feedback, the response that you have for the people in your group. Now, the other part to that, and let me say one more thing. You don't have to meet all together. If you want to just, write information and share that with the others. If you want to meet, you can meet in person. If you want to meet Zoom, hopefully your Zoom will work. Zoom is a great way to work. You could all meet in Zoom, and then if you want to just record the discussion that you have, then all you would have to do would be to post the link to the discussion. If you do something like that, though, just list the names of everybody in the group And that helps me to make sure I give everybody points. Okay, so that's one part. And then you will meet with me. And when you meet with me, then I will talk to you about what you did. Not so much to say you're doing things wrong, but just to talk about, what you're doing, what else you could do, how you're helping each other, some things that I will kind of model for you, some of the things I do. And then when you go in this is in for those of you who may not have figured it out yet, this is in the schedule. In the schedule, you have folders for each week. If you go into those folders, that's all you have to do. You'll have things pretty well figured out. And then in the discussion forum is where you post your work. And right here, writing workshop, meeting with Dr. G, that's where I will post points. If you come to your writing workshop, if you are prepared and have done the requirements, then you will get 10 points for every time that you come. So you will see the total for this. It will grow each week. So don't look at it and get scared because it says 60 points or whatever and you only have 10 the first week. Okay, so use the response strategies. We will be studying every 2 weeks. I will give you new readings. We will talk about several different strategies for giving response, and people tend to like some more than others, and that's fine. You want to find what works for you, and then some things work in some contexts better than others. So for these first 2 weeks, the only thing you have to do is sign up for a group. So right here, weeks 1 and 2. Now this is the Google Doc, and this Google Doc has the information about the writing workshop, and in the folders, in the week 1 folder, there is a link to this. So weeks 1 and 2, and you can see we've got some people that signed up. Several of you still need to do that. And you can have up to 4 in a group. And then week 3 is when the meetings will start. So if you're in group 1, so that would mean Bailey and other people that are in her group, will meet from 3:30 to 4 in week 3 on that Wednesday. And I'll go in here and see if I can't add the dates, or if somebody wants to add the dates, y'all might be faster at that than I am. But anyway, this is week 3, and then week 4, you can see here groups 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you are meeting in your writing group just every other week. It's not every week. So I will have these 30-minute meetings with your group, and we'll meet as a group, all 4 of us together. And if, like I said, if some of you want to be face-to-face and some of you need to be online, then we'll work out those details. But right now I'm planning that, I'll be in the class on Wednesdays, and whoever needs to meet online can work that out with their group. Okay, I'm sure you probably may still have some questions, but hopefully that gives you some idea and kind of clarifies a few things. So you can either post your questions in the discussion over here, where whichever one of these is about the writing workshops. I think it was this one. You can post questions there. As I said in the intro video and then on the syllabus, don't send me individual emails because if you were in class with me, you wouldn't send me emails. You'd raise your hand and ask questions. So in the online environment, this is where you would post that information. Or at the meeting tomorrow, you can ask your questions. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because I try not to make these videos too long. And I will see you Monday, January 24th. And as my mother would say, if the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, my Zoom will work. So anyway, I told you I was in the old group. You guys probably haven't heard that saying. So I will see you, and we will get started and get you guys going on the workshops. And then here again is the overview of what we're doing when. So hopefully second week will go a little bit better than the first. And I appreciate everyone's patience. So thank you all.